Today we're going to be looking at what Etsy ads do and whether you need to use them. This is another video looking at Etsy. And on this channel, as well as selling books on Amazon KDP, I'm also looking at setting up a shop on Etsy and building something over there as well. And so just like on Amazon, Etsy also utilizes advertising. And in this video, we're going to look at what they do and whether they're important. Okay, so coming over to Etsy, we can see my shop. On Etsy, I sell pre-made book covers as well as some custom book cover designs. So if we scroll down, we can see my featured items at the top here, which include my custom book cover design, and then all of my pre-made book covers for authors who want a cheap pre-made cover are available here. And as you can see here in the bottom left, I've had 15 sales and I've also got 30 admirers of the shop. Now, the majority of those have come through Etsy ads. And so if we come onto our Etsy dashboard, we can see a little bit more information about the shop. So in the last 30 days, we've had 545 views, 279 visits, and 1 order. If we come down to our Etsy ads, we just go to marketing and Etsy ads. You can see here all of the views, all of the clicks, all of the orders that we've had through advertising. And if we do year to date, you can see that I've spent $68 on ads and received a revenue of $125. Now that doesn't include some repeat purchases that I've got through ads as well. So the revenue I've received through advertising is much larger than that. It's probably more like $300 to $400. But how do Etsy ads work? If we come onto my custom book cover design page, we can use Everbee to click this Analyze Listing tool. Now, Everbee is a fantastic keyword and product research tool for Etsy. One thing it does is it allows you to analyze your listings as well as other people's listings and see what tags and keywords are being used for this product. So coming down, you can see that I'm listing for things like custom book cover, custom cover design, ebook cover, book cover designers. They're all the right types of keywords that I want to be ranking for. Let me click enlarge. And you can see here, you've got volume of searches, you've got the amount of competition, and then you've got Everbee's keyword score as well. So if we go by volume, that's the estimated amount of searches per month on Etsy. You can see here, custom book cover is the #1 search term. So if we click on that and go to Etsy and we search for custom book cover, we can see where my listing is showing up. So straight away, it's showing up at #1. And the reason it's showing up there is a mixture of good SEO and Etsy advertising. So these tags, these keywords are really important because that's what Etsy is going to use for the Etsy ads. If you want to try out Everbee for yourself and analyze other listings, analyze keywords, click the link in the description below. But going back over to Etsy ads, let's dive in a little bit into how they work. So on your Etsy ads page, you just have Etsy ads performance with all of your stats here. Scrolling down, this is the area where you manage your listings. So you can see here in the top left, I've got 2 listings advertised at the moment and then a lot not advertised. So coming on to what's being advertised at the moment, as I mentioned, this custom book cover design listing is one that I've spent quite a lot of money on when it comes to ads. Never changed this to this year. You can see I've spent $40 and received $110 in revenue. Now, if I wanted to advertise a new product, all I do is change this, find my product, and then turn it on here by clicking this button. And then the same for turning it off. If you want to stop advertising, you just turn it off by clicking this button. The minimum that you can spend on Etsy ads is $1 per day. But what you can do if you want to test, say, $10, is click here, set it to $1, and then run it for 10 days and then turn it off. Just doing something small like that might help. And then it also says here as well that the maximum is $25. So seeing as I'm in quite a small niche, I like to keep it very low and spend a maximum of $1 per day. But unlike Amazon, Etsy is completely automatic with the ads. There is some level of control which we'll go into later, but let's look at how the Etsy ads actually work. So if we click on detailed stats down here, we can see in the last 30 days, we've had 54 clicks on this product. At the end, I turned the ads off for a few days, but other than that, they're serving quite well. Scrolling down, you can see there's a searches that led to this ad tab. And this is really, really important. So this is the section where you can review what keywords are leading to your ad, what people are clicking on, and you can also toggle them on and off. So you can see here, buyers search for book cover, which is leading to a high amount of searches and clicks, and book cover design as well. Now let's say book cover wasn't really the exact right thing. I can just click this button here to click the keyword on and off. So that's the manual thing you need to do on your Etsy ads. Once they start serving, you need to come into this section and then you need to toggle off the keywords that aren't relevant to your product. So you can see here I've toggled off book just because it's too broad a term, and cover again just because it's too broad a term, erotica because, yeah, let's face it, that's not the one we want to rank for. Amazon, not the right term. So you can see here I've kept on the ones that I think are the right searches and I've turned off the ones that I don't think are relevant. So that's how Etsy ads works. It automatically takes metadata from your title, from your keywords, and from your description, and then tries to rank for those searches. So that shows the importance of making sure you're utilizing your keywords correctly, which you can get help with by using Everbee, and then also using a good title and making sure that you're doing good SEO in your description. But do Etsy ads work? Well, you can see straight away just from this small shop that I've had 2 orders through ads, $126 in revenue from a $68 spend. So yes, Etsy ads do work. But one thing that I've learned as well is they work more than just directly like this. Again, if we come over to the Etsy search bar, let's search for pre-made book cover. Again, we're number 1 in this slot, and that's because of a mixture of Etsy ads and also purchases on this product. But then scrolling down, I've got 2 books here, and they're the 2 that I've recently used Etsy ads budget on. So it's no surprise that those 2 are ranking. It's because I've used Etsy ads on them. Scrolling down, I've got another one here, and then one more down at the bottom. But all of my other pre-made book covers aren't ranking on the first page, and that's because I'm not using Etsy ads on them. So if I wanted to rank all of my listings on that first page, I'd need to use some Etsy ads budget. So my learning straight away from Etsy ads is not only does it help you to get direct sales, it also helps to list your listings for organic searches. And that's going to give you long-term sales without the need for Etsy ads. So yeah, if you're selling things that you want to rank for certain keywords for, you should definitely consider using Etsy ads. So from my experience, I'm a big fan of using Etsy ads. I do toggle them on and off sometimes because I don't really want to be spending $30 every single month. And what I found works best for me is on that custom book cover design that I'm running. I run ads on that because I can sell an infinite number of that product. Whereas with my other pre-made book covers, they only sell once and then they're done. And so I don't want to be spending, say, $20 on ads on them when I'm only going to make $30 with a sale. That just doesn't really add up. So what I find works quite well is maybe spending about $5 per listing just to try and get them ranking for those search terms and then turning them off. So yeah, wrapping up, that's my experience with the Etsy ads so far. To me, they're really important, but you need to utilize the correct keywords to make sure you're ranking for those correct search terms. And you want to be monitoring them pretty closely once they start serving. Unlike Amazon KDP, you don't have that kind of manual control from the start, but you can toggle search terms on and off, which is really useful. If you're using Etsy, let me know in the comments below if you've got any other tips and tricks. Otherwise, click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.